Hello, guys. Welcome back to Mirror Interpretation Todorova. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This video is gonna be for members only. You're gonna be the only ones, guys, seeing that video. And I'm creating this video instead of recording. I just wanted to do it because I'm not publishing a video for you. So that would be your live for this week. Um, I'm sorry, I'm not used to this device that we are live from right now. It's a new one. Hi. And I'm trying to make it work. So I'm going to talk about this company called Mesmo. And as you see, the sign I put on my paperwork is because I'm done with this company. And if you're my member, you probably know that I have signed with this company. My contract in 2018 was the first one, 2019, 2020. You probably have followed. I just want to show it to you. This company is Mesmo Inc. 2 Industrial Drive. This is the company logo. And I was contracted with them for translation services only. And if you're my member, you guys probably know this has been a very long nightmare for me. You probably know at the same time this year, January, February, March, April, I had cultural link situation where I was working and there was zero payment. And I noticed that only after a few months of working, after 3 months in precise. And this was another company. I said, okay, Cultural Link didn't pay me. I made translation for this company and I was waiting to be paid. But once again, this company too acted very inappropriately. So they renewed the contract in April. I update my rates and I was frauded for the second time from this company. The first time they rate me for 0.04 cents for Italian, and they sent me a document of 100 pages, which I almost did. I did actually the translation. I worked 20 days on this project, and in the end, I mentioned to them that this project was highly technical, which is the truth. That was not like simple translation, and I request them to update the rate. And instead of paying me, the director of this company, Olajide Jimmy Iyajadare, this president, he emailed me that he take the assignment off from me after working 20 days and he did not pay me for that. This is very cunning organization with extremely dishonest people, and I'm making this video and I'm intending to make this video public because of how nasty these people are that stand behind this organization. The most surprising thing is that this company win award of best company to provide services for last year. I don't know if they purchased these awards, but I once again repeat, when I share those experience, I share them I share what I experience. I can't guarantee that entire world will have that. I share what happened to me. And if you're guys on the other side that have a good experience with this company, I'm more than willing to have you as my guest in this YouTube channel. I am not a hater, and I don't think that companies can always be bad. I know companies can improve and experiences can improve too. So I'm just sharing my actual experience of now this year 2022. I don't want you to write me your hate comments and bully me below this video as a lot of you do on other companies, accusing me of being fraudulent. I share what happened to me. I share what I experienced, and I want you to be respectful, okay? Because this video will be eventually public. So we're going to talk about this company. So as I was saying, in 2019, then they did this twist on me, and that was very, very surprising because the services was providing for the Department of Veterans, And when I see the service was high top secret, I did high security clearances with them, and the document that I had access to were not a simple documents. So the extremely technicality of this translation is the number two thing. And when you get access to this, you think, oh, I provide services for Veterans Affairs indirectly or for national security indirectly. So my fantasy and my belief was that this company is going to be respectful. I was not expecting what I'm going to share with you right now. So as I was saying, there was 80 pages of this extremely technical subacromial lateral fractures. It was extremely technical, chemical. There was a blood analysis results. I'm not talking about a little. I'm not talking about one word of technicality. So these people are terrible. I can admit everybody in this company is a fraudulent, fake, dishonest person. This was my experience. This is how they treated me. If you have good experience, if you're part of this fraud chain, you may enjoy this. But me as an independent contractor providing very professional services, I was conned by this company several times until I sued them. So in 2019, although they request me to do this, and I have a time frame of it, um, I was still working on my documents. So I was very disturbed by this attitude of theirs. But let's say because I did not submit the job, I did not actually send the work to them. Even though I worked 20 days on this project, I decide to drop this fight. I decide to let it go. I had a lot of other things going on. I had this very terrible roommate at the time who probably is watching this video, who was breaking a lot of things in my house, who was actually a homeless person that ended up living in my place and breaking things and creating a lot of problems in my life. And I had other family situations going on. So back then in 2019, when this happened for the first time, on the top of everything else that was happening, my documents and all that, if you guys know me, you probably know a little bit about my situation with the documents. So I didn't have any power to fight this dishonesty and mistreatment coming from this company that assigned me a project on which I worked for 20 days. And then when I said that I'm going to deliver it within 3 days, but I believe that they should update the rate, not pay me as a computer because this is highly technical, this company tell me that they're going to assign the project to another translator and ghosted me for 1 year. And they continue trying to contact me whatsoever. Finally, I completely did not respond. A year ago, a lady contacted me and she said, how are you doing? Renewing the contract, blah, 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 blah. I will tell you that I also find where they win. They win a contract, and I have this bidding that they win. I find this is the company. I wish I could put their logo here to see how terrible these people are that I'm talking about. So anyways, this company wins this extremely technical contracts in DC, and you and me as a freelancer, I expected to be treated with honesty and with dignity, at least being paying for the minimum. So based on that, somebody contacted me in the beginning of the year. I said that they were treating me terribly. I complained and the lady apologized. And me, that I'm working on my self-confidence since then and all the time. Uh, I said, oh, they apologize. Oh, this means they recognize that I'm good at what I do. Like us girls, how we made, oh my goodness, they apologize. I should give them another chance. That was my thought. And that was a mistake. That was wrong. Once again, if somebody is dishonest with you one time, you should walk away and never let them back in your life. Never do business with these people, because people don't just change. People don't just change, okay? Mm. So, I want to show you this. So now you're gonna know about me suing this company. We're gonna talk about this next. This was my experience, and I admit that was an error. Giving them another chance, I did. And in April of 2021, we signed a document that is valid until April of 26. Beautiful. I didn't even notice that this new contract that we signed, no, this is their award schedule. This is not my contract, should be valid 1 year. Forgive me, that's their award. I just hack them and I look where they win awards. It's not like I hack them, but I look in the system through their cage numbers, and I find where they're assigned, and who is the director of this company, because this was not included in my contract. It was included the company name and some general information. So in order to sue this person, I have to go to the government website where the companies register to bid for government contracts. And this is how I was able to find the director name of this company. But one step at a time, let's start with the project that they assigned me. So the beginning of year 2022, this lady apologized and they resent me a contract, and we renew our contractual agreement 2022. Again, they agree to rate not very high. I don't have it. Let me see if I have it somewhere. I don't have it. But they decide to contract me per word, contract per word translated. Okay. So I signed the agreement. They didn't want to give me what I requested once again. I wanted to contract for technical. If it's a technical, to be charged differently, because what this type of texts are not, they have Latin and Greek words. I already knew what I'm gonna deal with if I translate for them. It was not just a simple translation project, you know. Anyways, they come halfway. I said, okay, let me sign it. I probably not gonna work for them. I was thinking like that. Let me just sign it. Why not? If I have no much to do, I said to myself, let me do that. The day I sign it, I receive immediately assignment. So just have in mind, these people are extremely cunning and fraudulent. They will try to downgrade your rate, pretending that you're gonna maybe have a job. And the moment that they sign you, they will send you this job that is gonna underpay you at least 3 times than what the job costs itself. It's gonna treat you as your robot translator, and they're gonna treat you with such a rudeness and discuss that I guarantee you, you're gonna hate your life if you make business with this company. At least I did hate my life. And if you guys are a little bit masochistical, you can go ahead and experience that. There is nothing wrong. Some people enjoy pain and torture. And if that's your type of personality, you can go ahead and enjoy the experience with this company called Mesmo. They send me a contract, and they immediately send me a project of almost 90 pages. Same thing. Extremely technical. And they also advise me to mimic, to format the text style, the text, so to look exactly like the original, but just in English. Okay. Formatting usually is something that is charged additionally. I said, okay. I did format the text, and I did translate the document, and I submit the document within the time frame. But I told them when I submit the document, okay, we stipulate per word, and I understand per word you're gonna pay me this, but I should be paid for formatting this document, because it's quite a lot to format 100 pages where there is a circles, create tables, put numbers, and they don't pay me to type the numbers. They don't pay me to make the tables. The formatting and creating of this should be paid to me. My line is ringing, but I turn it off. I'm gonna ignore it because I really want to make this video and close this folder with this terrible company that I am lucky. I haven't disconnected the contract yet because I want to receive the paper from the court that I closed the case. So I sent these people the document. They finally accepted it. And when they accepted it, I received a call maybe an hour after from their representatives. It was a lady, and this lady told me that they have an agreement with the government to pay the translators the minimum amount of $24 or $25 an hour plus 446 per their medical insurance. So the total would be $30 an hour. And based on that, they're so puzzled. And I said, excuse me, is that a new requirement? No, it was requested through the government versus us last year. So when they signed the contract, they knew that they have to sign me per hour and pay me for the time that I actually invest in translating this document, which was about 100 hours that I spent to do this. I did it weekends and every day and so on. So they told me that they are going to pay me per hour and I'm going to receive the invoice per hour, but not to worry, they're not going to subtract from my income. And I said, okay, if you have to pay me per hour, I know approximately how much I invest in this highly technical text. They didn't want to know how much I invest in that. What they did, these guys, it's now this is where this whole crap is coming from. They will do everything so they don't pay you the worth of your job. They're not even gonna pay you the minimum of this job. So what they did, they say to me, well, you know what? We did this. Your rate is, for example, 0.08 cents per word. So this guy decides to divide the total amount of words to my rate and come out. I don't know who decided that this formula come out that in their opinion I have to produce 250 words per hour. And based on this calculation, they divide the number of the words of these documents on 250 and come out. Let me see. I'm apologizing. I know this is, guys, it's live. I'm just gonna get my phone and tell you what they did. So based on this calculation, they decide that I implemented 250 per 20. So in their opinion, for approximately 7,000 extremely technical words, Greek, Italian, and Latin, I implemented 24 hours to do this job. In their opinion, that was enough. So they tell me, you, in my opinion, work 24 hours, and we are going to pay you 24 hours, 25 hours of work, although they give me 30 days to complete the project. Very strange, you see. So on one side, they give me 3 weeks because they know it's hard and it's complicated and it's technical. But then they tell me, no, 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 you work 24 hours, we're going to pay you 24 hours only. And I said, excuse me, sir. So I sent to this gentleman an invoice based on hours and one invoice based on our contractual agreement, which should have been defective based on what they did, because if they violate a federal law, this render the contract in the face of the law defective because they know that they have to follow the federal requirements and pay you hourly. It's very easy to put an app on your computer and when you work to calculate the times to the minute. I know because my boss used to do this when I was working in Greece. I'm talking like 17 years ago, this guy was able to trace how much I spent on a computer on which program. I was in Mykonos and my boss was in Athena. I don't see why right now this is not possible. It's possible, of course it's possible. They can trace how many hours you implement typing on Word, searching words or whatsoever, working on this document. They can put a tracer on your computer and see what you do. It's very simple actually. But these guys, no. They are so puzzled, they're so confused. They call me, oh, we're gonna have a meeting, we have to decide what to do. There is nothing to decide, sweetheart. So these people are so dishonest that they're gonna do everything so they don't pay you. In the end of the day, I send them the 2 invoices. I state my position. I'm not gonna violate any law. And this company sent me a check. Their boss, this Iajadare Olajide, which is probably from Africa, because this is third world reality I'm giving you right now. And this company is located in Wardorf, Maryland, very close to Washington, D.C. This crap is happening because these people are coming from Africa and they don't know how to do business. The third world reality they bring into their business. So this company sent me this check. I will show it to you. $808 on April 26. On my request to be paid for the extra job that I did for formatting, there was zero response. They told me, you work 25 hours, we pay you what we have with the federal contract, shut up and disappear. I sent them a notification that I am going to sue them and request my money through court because this is wrong. I asked them to give me $200 for the formatting, and I said I'm gonna be happy with that. I just wanted to get rid of them. Do you think they give me this? They give me nothing. They just ignored me and ghosted me, basically, not responding to me. Of course, I was very upset. And yes, I tried to file a court. I sent them one notification to pay me, a second reminder, a third reminder, and give them a time frame, a reasonable time frame, 1 week, 2 weeks, and then 24 hours from the last to pay me this minimal payment for the formatting. They ignored me. And when I did this, then I was able to go and file. I was ready to go and file a claim with District Court of Maryland. Well, I had to find the county, and I will tell you, I was able. First step that I did, I had to blur all the private information of their documents, and I sent it to 3 different companies and asked them how much they think the translation would cost, a reasonable price, time frame, 3 weeks, something like that. Most of the companies charged me a requested payment for about 2,500 to 3,500 for the same job that this company paid me $800 to do. All of those companies charge for the formatting too. So I understand that by doing this and receiving their invoices, I understood that this company is extremely taking advantage of me, and my request was not absolutely unreasonable. I actually was very polite and kind with this company, and they were just being an assholes to me. So I went out and I look if there is any way to file a civil claim distantly, and yes, there is. There is something called Odyssey for Maryland courts. It's a virtual system where you can register and file a civil claim online. How hard was for me to do this? Person with 3 master degrees, that I study programming, formatting, mathematics, computers for 4 years. That was like having another scientific research, guys. I gotta tell you that. But I made it after trying for 6 months. Yes, believe it or not. But let's start with the chronology of me trying to file this case online. So I tried to file first time May 19. And for my surprise, it went through and it was accepted. I was charged $34 to file, normal fee that you pay in court to open a case, although my file was to the wrong county. Okay, we have a district and circuit court in Maryland. And it was filed in district, but it should have been filed in circuit court civil cases. Well, they accept my case and then immediately deny it. They should probably to just take money. They apologize. They made an error. They tell me that they will reverse this money, which they have not. So to file this, not only, but you have to put your exhibits online. So you have to put your contractual agreement. You have to put a statement where you say what's the story of this, proving you have to literally prove your case, basically, when you file online. So you have to prepare all this in PDFs, and they have to be limited format, because on the online e-filing system, you can upload documents higher than certain gigabytes. There's another history behind there. And also they have to be in PDF, all of them. And then when I was trying to file first time, it came out that until I was coming to the last proofs that I was submitting the documents, uploading the documents that were proving that actually the job that I did cost more, the system was full and I had to restart all this from the beginning. And I had approximately 35 files to upload. And I have to do each time when this case was declined, which in this case was 20 times and more. So the first time I file, immediately Odyssey send you another 25 emails confirming, but you don't understand what is confirmed. So each document you upload, when you file through this system, it gets emailed to you that this is under a review. I file another case on the 20th, because before it's filed and you pay for it, it's just an envelope online. So the envelope you can elaborate. Delta 121. So this was the case. It was accept, although wrong county. Emails to do this 50. Uploading documents more than 100 times. And emailing with the representative of Maryland, Charles County, Mr. Charles, 10 emails. He was accepted for 5 minutes and immediately denied. And I received a piece of paper denying it. 25th, 23rd of May, another envelope, uploading 25 documents. I received 30 emails and 2 emails that they rejected it. 31st of May, another attempt, another emails to Miss Charles to check the envelopes, and another attempt and another denial. 1st of June, another envelope, filing, envelope, receiving 25 emails for each document or 35s, emailing to Mr. Charles, again declined. 9th of June, same thing. And one envelope with him on the phone, another envelope declined the 2 attempts to file this case. 10th of June, again we try, twice on the phone, 50 emails, 50 uploads, and again declined. 13th of June, twice. Uploading 2 envelopes, 2 declines, 50 emails, 50 uploads on their system. And finally, me and this Mr. Charles, him checking it on the system when I uploaded and me uploading it from my computer to their system. We did it once again, and I was thinking that it went through on 14th of June. And then, boom, vanish, nothing. No email, no letter from the court, zero. I was waiting. I was thinking maybe it should take 1-2 weeks for the court to respond. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Then I called him. So this was in June. July, August, I didn't receive nothing. September, nothing. I was like, what happened? I called Mr. Charles in October. No response. I called maybe like 10 times, leave voicemail, send email, zero. He finally was able to respond me because getting in touch with those clerks is also very hard, waiting lines and lines on the phone. Nothing. October 19, he finally respond to me, and I go through the same process, uploading those documents 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times. 100 uploads, 12 by 100. Can you imagine how many times I upload these damn same documents over and over and over again? And each time they find a reason to decline the case. They didn't like the color of the signature. They didn't want to accept electronic signature, although I was filing electronically. They didn't want to accept, they didn't see clearly something. And I'm talking about the application affidavit form. I just want to show you. This is the form that I'm talking about. Complaint application affidavit support of judgment, where I choose that is the small claim. This form was rejected by their clerk over 15 times. And each time he would find a different issue. And at this point, I was pretty sure that this clerk has been bribed by this company, because the first time that I sent this, he probably was notified, this person. No? And basically, this thing continue until me and this Mr. Charles from this court district of Maryland, I was, excuse me, sir, this is very strange. This is so odd, because the matter of the fact is that there is no rule. One time it was declined because there was a different color on the scanner, and they didn't think it was quite white, but it was quite into the blue tonality, and in their opinion they didn't like it. And I said, I never heard about the law that forbid this type of scanning. What is the problem here? I was so upset with Mr. Charles, and I told him directly, sir, between me and you, don't you think this is a little bit odd? They should have accepted this filing already. I have done this hundreds of times. Do you think the person, the clerk, was bribed? I honestly asked him, because this is very strange. And I was so upset and so frustrated. I said, this definitely, there is a lot of wrong things with this court. And then I went and I read the reviews of this district court of Maryland that is located in 11 Washington Avenue, La Plata, Maryland. And I read so many things that I did not like, but basically they say bribing, fake court. A lot of people put a lot of not very flattering comments for this court and for the judges working and for the whole community that works in this place. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. Honestly, after my last frustration that I submit this document, I was like so angry, and I expressed this, and I said, this is some fake crooks here. It's not possible that they would. I'm pretty sure you can continue to find a problem in document that doesn't have a problem and refuse to accept it for some strange reason. I'm not gonna fight with you, but this is fucked up. I was so frustrated with this Mr. Charles. And he said, you know what, it's kind of strange, but I don't work in this. I'm just only assistance on the phone. I don't accept and I don't check the documents. But yes, indeed. He also agreed that that was kind of a very strange experience, that they continue refusing to accept my complaint form. And I asked him, do I have to fly to Maryland to do it? And he's like, they can decline it even there. So I realized that he is right. And I remember filing this, and I was like, fuck these motherfucker losers. I'm still gonna apology for the effing word, but I don't know how to express that better. I said, let them be lost. Of course I cannot fight this. They bribe somebody in the office. Very simple, you know. Maybe somebody cheap, because I was thinking, I asked them for $850 in a small court. You can pay $100 to someone and not pay me, but you have to continue bribing them each time that I file. No. I don't know what was back behind this, but finally, on the October 22nd, I submit this, and for my surprise, was accepted. And this is when I was very sharp and very firm with this Mr. Charles, telling him that there is no law that states that the affidavit form, scanned format, should have a specific color. Otherwise, this is an excuse to decline the form. And he didn't have nothing to say. And for my surprise, the case was accepted on the October 21st. And Mesmo Incorporation and their director, which I had to look, and their address, which I had to look through this bidding system, governmentbid.com SBI website. I was able to serve them. I served them. And on October 30th, I received a communication from a lawyer offering me $500 to settle this immediate payment. And I say, no, excuse me, sir, I don't agree with immediate payment from your company because this company is very dishonest. I don't believe in this BS. I should not settle to be paid immediately. If that was something to settle, that was like 7 months ago in April when I request $200 to be paid. Right now, I'm not willing to settle. My minimum request was $850, and this is not something that I'm gonna negotiate. And if I have to fly to Maryland, I would fly. My court date was stipulated for December 15 at 1 p.m. at Industrial Park Drive. And honestly, if you want to know my honest, truthful position, I didn't care about the money anymore. No, that was not about the money for me. My reason to sue this company was because I wanted to put it out there how terrible this company is and how terribly they treat interpreters and how terribly they treated me. And I wanted to take all this shine off their reputation that they're such a great company to work for. I wanted to expose them. I went to sue them not because I wanted $850. Yes, of course, I wanted to be paid, but to be so persistent, my motivation was not money, guys. My motivation was these people need to be, somebody need to talk about this, you know? And I wanted to sue this company because I know in order to bet, you have to have a clear history, legal. And I wanted to pinch this case in their, how to say, in their reputation. Because if you have a sue for being, for not paying your translators when you receive contracts directly from the government and you get this honorable prize for best company and service provider, meanwhile you abuse me, meanwhile you neglect me, you refuse to pay me, you put assignments and you take them away and you never pay me, then you're trying to pretend that I did a job for 20 hours, 100 pages in 3 languages for you and also formatted it. How crazy is that? How crazy is that, guys? We're 21st century. I'm upset. I'm angry. So my reasons to file this suit and to be persistent for so long, also this guy sent me another email. Oh, you better do this training exactly on the 18th of October. Otherwise, we're going to disconnect your contract because you not comply with a federal veteran, this type of training, cyber security BS. I said, do you have any questions? Let me know. I said, yes, I have a question. Why haven't you paid me yet? I want to know why haven't I been paid for my job in April? And of course, they didn't respond to this, zero response. But I know they were playing once against their game to see if I'm going to obey and go to translate again for them and then being exploited and mistreated and abused once again. But when they send me this, I'm like, no, no, no. These guys really, I want to sue these guys. I want this case to be pinned there because I want to make sure that this is out there. You guys don't do this to me and stay like happily in your leather chairs. No, I'm gonna accommodate you, and I'm gonna accommodate myself, and not because of the money. I didn't care if the judge was bribed, and I didn't care if they're gonna give me the money. I wanted to upset them, to hurt them. I wanted to hurt their reputation and talk about this. This is why I filed this claim, not because of the money, because they were extremely nasty towards me. And I was ready to agree to take just $200 for a job that cost 1,000. I don't know what arrogancy you guys have. Calm down to the ground, guys. So that was my motivation. I went to court and I went through this damn system for so long because I was upset. Because what you guys did is wrong. And this video would be public indeed. And you can be upset about it. But I'm going to publish this video talking about my experience. This is my experience and I am entitled to talk about it. This is democracy. Article 6 of American Constitution, guys. And the only reason that I share this is because I want to prevent other translators to be taken advantage from these extremely nasty people that stand behind this company. My apology. I don't mean to upset anyone. I am not here to hurt anyone. That's why I don't use anybody's name except the director of this company, which I probably never interact with, but he is the mind of all of that. And I understand there is his wife there that is gonna pretend it was him. Further on, I discovered it was his wife that pretended she apologized. This is all fraud. This is fraud company. So when I was finally able to file this through this damn bribed court in Maryland, I realized that they hired a lawyer. They hired a lawyer who writes me an email offering to a negotiation $500. I said no, my minimum request is 850, and he said okay, if we pay you 850, are you gonna drop dismiss the case? I said okay, and yes, they send me the check, which is over here, which I do have, which I have received money for, exactly the amount that I asked. And yesterday I dismissed this case. I will tell you, it was not about money for me, but I know that to hire this lawyer for this organization, it costed more than any amount that I would have won in court. I know this. And I know that was a hit for this, like a slap, I did this slap through this company with my persistency. And because my motivation was not money, sometimes, guys, when you drive by the wrong motivations, the things that you achieve are not, let's say, these people are extremely cunning and dishonest with how they hire you and what they pretend you're gonna do and the level of requirement they have towards you. Not only, but the first documents was some Spanish, some Greek, some Latin, and some Italian. It was not even all in one language. And so I was paid. You can see I'm still upset with this company, but I am happy that I'm not gonna deal with this ever again. I know that if somebody dares not to pay me for a job that I did, they are gonna be in trouble. And I don't mean that I'm gonna break something. No, 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 no. I'm just gonna go to court and sue you, and not because I want money. Yes, I do deserve to be paid for what I do, but because what you did is wrong, and you deserve to have this public exposure for what you do. And this is why I'm doing this video, guys. This is my experience with this company. Terrible, fake, um, surprisingly awful for USA. Surprisingly, I could tell you this is the worst companies I ever dealt with in my life. And I work many jobs. I work as a cleaning lady. I can compare this with one company, with one hotel. I was working as a cleaning lady, and the owner was drug addict. And that was visible in every second. This type of people, that come from Africa, cocaine is legal in Africa. They chew the leaves. So I believe that long-term effect on those people mentally, you can experience if you provide services for them. I don't know if they are originally, I believe they are originally from Africa by the names. And I think this is Central Africa. I don't know, but I'm guessing. And I don't want to deal with this in my life. And I feel lucky that this story is over, and I'm just like expecting troubles from them for sure. Uh, I'm expecting they're not gonna send me my 1099 or something nasty like that. You know how these companies are. Um, but I already have experience with another company that do this last year, and I had to send them a friendly reminder before legally sue them and earn some money from their negligence. So hopefully I don't have to do this. If they don't send it to me, well, I know what to do. That's my odyssey with this awful company, Mesmo. I do not wish even to my worst enemy to deal with this company. Even if I hate you, I don't think that any human deserves to be abused and mistreated at a level like this company did. Said that, luckily, I'm not gonna deal with these people. I'm going to send a termination of the contract notice right now after this live. Thank you guys for being here, and I hope you didn't have to do anything like this to get this payment for a job that you did. I hope you have a good day. Forgive my tongue. I know that was not very elegant video, but what happened to me was not elegant either, so I can't describe this elegantly. When somebody is BSing with you and taking advantage of you and abusing you, I don't feel like I have to be elegant. I don't feel like I have to pretend that it's okay and be polite and happy. No, that's why this video is not perfect. My apology. If you're looking for perfection, you can follow Rosa su Interprepedia. She's gonna give you the fake perfection of this interpreter world. But this is not me. Thank you for being here. And now, if you watch all this video, all my eruptions up to here, and you want to support me, and you think that you learned something from this video, you can press thumb up to tell me that you like this video. You can subscribe for $7.99, and you can write me your comment below. Thank you for being here. Bye bye.